Hey everybody, welcome back to another game. So today is Starbase. Now, here's what we're gonna do. I don't know, that's not proper grammar, but you know what? We're here playing Starbase. We're gonna do the tutorial because the tutorial isn't the greatest. We're gonna do a tutorial of the tutorial and teach you some tips and tricks. Also, the first thing I'd like to mention is WASD, space and shift is to toggle. By the way, to toggle your jetpack, because if you just fly up, you will fall back down if you let go of it unless you go high enough. But what you can do is you can press G and you can actually hover at any height you want. This really helps for when you're doing like working on a ship. So turn your magnetic boots back on to land again. Q is for orientation. If I try and orientate myself on, let's say this or this, you press Q while looking at something to go to the orientation of the face you're looking at. So railing, yeah, it's helpful. So yeah, pretty simple. You can, align with the surface. Now, one thing I'd like to mention, if you hold Alt and scroll wheel, it'll put you into a third-person view, as well as you can turn the camera around just for like screenshots or whatever, but once you let go, it will go back. This does not work in spaceships. You only have a first-person view. Pressing X will make you go prone. Pressing Control will make you crouch. And yeah, it's pretty explanatory stuff. You can run around and everything. So tutorial, we're gonna go to the demolition site first and see what there is there. Now the demolition site is pretty straightforward, so we will deal with that fairly quick. So let's go then to demolition here and see what we have. Right click, right click will cut the target loose. Left click destroys it, so keep that in mind when you're mining these. So also, a good trick is to go for the frame, because when you go for the frame, that's what holds it together. So if you get rid of the frame, it doesn't have any more ways to stay together here. We also have different tools here, like whatever this is and this. I don't think I've had these before. Oh, this is so sick. So this will make the job go much faster. You can get one of these. Oh, there. I had the other frame still there. That's fine. So now we can go here. Oh, they're just in half. Wow. We're gonna switch back to the buzzsaw though, don't worry. Yeah, if there is too much mass in it still, it also will not move if you have too much mass or frame on it still, so it's a good thing to keep in mind. Cool. Now, because I don't think these leave your inventory proper, I am just gonna, drop these. Apparently not. Okay. For the mining job, yeah. So if you just go out the way you came in, you can, it's faster to run, by the way, than it is to actually fly over there. Just thought I'd let you know that it is definitely a lot faster. Flying is pretty slow. Now for the mining. It's pretty explanatory. All you gotta do is mine a bunch of rock by grabbing this pickaxe here. So you just grab this, and then you can connect to the resource bridge over here by pressing F. And then yeah, you can left click to break apart the asteroid a bit. And then you can press E to pick it up and move it usually, so that's a fracture thing there. Mining is still slightly broken right now, so left click to break them apart, right click to break them and pick up the ore. By the way, if you're not auto collecting, you got to turn on this thing here. By clicking on it, it automatically does it in the tutorial, but it's not on by default. So if you're not picking these up, it's off or your inventory is full. So yeah, so just go through all of these. And then when you're done that, we go to the next area. So we get what is called a build tool. Yeah, building tool. People try to sell these on the market for some reason. Not exactly sure why, because they're literally free to get. What you can see is you do have to connect to this for it. And you can press U to view blueprints. By the way, you can enable and disable stuff of view by doing this. So if you don't want junk on your screen, So you can actually toggle those and see what sections change and where we need. So if we do, oh, that's structural integrity, by the way. So if we go out, we can see what needs to be done here. There is a way to leave it on. Oh yeah, you press M. If you press M, it'll keep the display active the entire time. So then you just hold left click and do all of these. Keep pins up there, repair the crate. Yep. By the way, in the menu, it says how much is left. We have 11 plates left and 3 devices. And it will say what they are, like how big they are in that. So that's a very easy thing to keep in mind. Definitely want to be thorough. So we take a look. We only have 1 plate left. So that plate is, it is a angled 120 centimeters. So it's probably, yeah, one of these. And there you go. That is the repairing done. Now we want to go to the ship terminal. So, would you like to spawn? Haven't had this issue. Ah, that's my modified one. That's the wrong one. There we go, this is the default starter one. So mine's a modification of it. But what you can do is now you're going to go into the pilot seat. It will teach you how to fly it. So you have basic controls. Leaving the platform is up, arrow, and down arrow key. Or you can pull the lever. By the way, everything you interact with F, you can also use your left mouse button for. But shift will accelerate you. Yaw is Q and E. Rolling is A and D. You can change all that, by the way. I changed mine for Q and E as roll because that's like Space Engineers and everything. Control will slow you down. You can look at cruise control and press F to turn it on. So right now I am not pressing shift and it's still going forward and cruise control stays on. But if I put cruise control up, see, if I let go of shift, it'll snap back down. So that's that. The ship uses power from a generator. As you can see, you have a fuel chamber stuff. You have fuel chamber, and it goes down if the generator is on. You can save that by turning the generator off. If you buy ships or design them properly, this could make about probably a trip to Ors and back on a single thing of fuel. There you go. So once you get to that point it tells you to go to, so you do actually have to go to where it points you to. So when it goes to, yeah, got the point. So go to the ship's resource bridge and collect minerals. So what you can do, if you get out of the chair, you have a resource ship, a resource link right here, a resource bridge. So you can connect to it and use that. So you can find asteroids. It's really hard when you're in the nebula, so maybe don't go into the nebula. Except there's no asteroids. Oh god. I'm so blind in here. So yeah, here's some asteroids. We are connected to the ports. Let's go up to a couple and see what we can get. If you need to fly a bit farther, you can actually increase your lifeline link, by the way. If you just go here and search up, I believe you can do lifeline. Yeah, lifeline. You can change its length and how far you can go before it tries to pull you back. That is a very good thing. Pressing N will do your flashlight. So if you can't see the rock, turn on your flashlight. And yeah, if you have any issues, you can press F1. And there's a whole bunch of issues like bug reports and that. So yeah, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab your pickaxe, which I don't have.
11 minutes later.
A big whoops from me. Anyways, you guys know how you mine, you collect it. So all the ores from that will go into here, into your connected containers. This is on your ship. Those connected containers is these red boxes on the back of your ship. Once those have ores in it, it's pretty good, and then you can go on to building. So let's go to the building because you know how to mine asteroids. It'll go to your inventory pretty easy. So let's go to the station and actually do the building tutorial. So you have your ores, right? You can put them in your station, by the way, by dragging them from your connector when you are connected to it and drag them into your station inventory. So when you do that, you can then go to the easy build area. It's this pink building with easy build hall signs all over it. So as we find the crafting bench, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to press H, and they will then craft here. So another thing, by the way, you may have to press K and research in the research tree and research the cargo boxes. So what you can do is you can actually drag these to your inventory, and when they're crafted, you should be able to place them. So you do not need them in your inventory, I don't believe, for the modular ones, but you do have to have enough room to be able to hold it, I believe is how it works. So just make sure you do have enough room for them when you get to that point. So what you can do is you can press C, or not C, you press 0, and as you can tell, this looks like it'd be pretty impossible to place, right? Like, even snapping it up here would be pretty impossible. A lot of people are having issues with this, but if you press C, pressing C does enable snapping, which should work. It might not work in the builder.
5 minutes later.
Yeah, screw it. We'll spawn in this one. So, this isn't the ship you'll have when it loads in. Here it is. This is a ship I bought, and by the way, when you buy ships, you also use materials. I will do a guide on that soon. So let's press 0, and we should be able to press C to enable. That's not, shouldn't be like that. Oh yeah, so as you can see, it does snap. For some reason, it didn't want to snap properly to. I think the frame must have to be a certain way, which is what I'm assuming. The little ship has the frame built, because as you can see, there's points here that these connect to. These do connect to the frame, and I don't think the pattern is... Oh, that can connect it here, though. So yeah, you can connect these. And yeah, then you have more storage once they're cabled up. Next is, I guess I'll show this real quick, how you bolt items. So if I do this and press 0. If I want to put a plate on here and with snapping enabled, I would do that. And then I would go to my bolt tool, which I have set to 4. Holding left click will automatically bolt it on points available. It doesn't always work when doing that, so keep in mind you may have to remove that. Holding right click will do the opposite. I personally don't like the easy build mode, just saying. It's actually better to not use it. So I can hold left mouse button, it will automatically fill it up. Likewise, right click will remove all of them as well. Really, really handy if you want to remove these. So. And then there you have a bunch of storage crates added on. I personally do individual crates. These, they will automatically connect if these line up with the next port. But if not, you will need a cabling tool, which the market is going down for it slowly, so it will be pretty good. Well, yeah, so the thing is, if you're running low on, we were looking at as we were running low on, let's say this chamber fuel is pretty close to empty. What you actually want to do is replace it. So what you have here, this is your reactor. This red bar indicates how full it is, and well, if it's on. So usually you want to bolt these down. So hold right click, remove the bolts, press E to grab it. This will be gray and empty if it is actually empty. So you don't usually have an empty one here, but I lost one earlier on this, so press C to snap it in, because without C, you're going to be here forever trying to line it up. Like, yeah, so press C, press E, hold left click, let it bolt in. And what you can do is grab another one, and you have 4 in the back, by the way. You press E to grab these, and you can use scroll wheel to move them forward and backwards when not in easy build mode. Press E again, and then you can press left click again to bolt it in. So yeah, you do have 4. You have 2 on this side, 2 on the other. I'm missing 2 apparently. So as you can see, I did add a cargo crates on the side of this one in easy build. You should be able to do it. Don't know why I didn't let me on the other one. These ones don't actually work though, because they are not connected to these ports. So that will now conclude the tutorial, and I hope you guys have a great day and hope you have a great journey. If you want to see more tutorials or have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. I will be doing a tutorial on a lot of things, more or less, maybe more advanced building, identifying each building type, because to be honest, there's a lot of building types, and even the auction house is like the common key, but like there's a lot. Like there's shipyards, there's like a whole section for that. There's the credits we can drop off asteroids you haul. These pillars you sell ores at, by the way. Mining jobs, the work sector, the operation center takeoff zone. More selling points and refill stations for your like propellant. Up there is like some more shops and that for ships and such. Like there's a lot of stuff, as well as I'll go over different ships to buy and work on. So yeah, make sure you subscribe to see that, and see y'all next time. Yeah, catch you later. Bye. Hey, so fun fact, I've created a Patreon for me and my channel, so if you guys would like to support it, then go consider following it. If not, no worries, I will still be bringing out content, so don't worry about the channel going down. It's not